So my question for the leaders of tomorrow is, how do you see the role of media playing in an age in which information is transforming so rapidly? And what is the responsibility of corporations to make sure that free press is a priority in this world that we're transforming into AI and new types of jobs? I think it's vital that we're able to allow for journalism and media to be free and to be unadulterated, but I do see how corporate interest and information in the new world that we're living in is changing rapidly and can be very easily misconstrued. So what is the role of the leaders of today in this debate?
I think the role of the media has perhaps never been more important than it is today for all sorts of geopolitical reasons, also economic reasons as well. You know, the value of a free press is extremely significant. It's part of one of the most important parts of our democratic organs of society, and that definitely needs to be protected, whether it's in the capacity of a public sector broadcaster or news outlet, or whether it's in a private capacity as well. Now, you're right in pointing out that technology is changing this media landscape as much as it is any other industry. And, you know, people inside the sector that I work in probably ask themselves the same sort of jobs as people elsewhere around the world, namely, you know, what will my job look like? What will my working environment look like in 10, 20 years from now when this technological innovation has taken place? We don't have the answer to those types of questions. What we can say is that, particularly in the media industry, well, this industry has faced these types of challenges before. I think back to the year 2001 when I graduated from university. It might seem like an age ago, but it was actually at a time when the internet had become extremely important. Lots of publishers were asking themselves, you know, should we be distributing content for free? Is it clicks, eyeballs that we want so we can get advertising revenue? Or should we be making people pay for the content that we actually produce? It's taken us decades to try and figure out the solution to monetizing that. And that gives you an idea of how long it takes companies to try and figure out how to navigate these changing landscapes. Now we're in the realm of artificial intelligence. We're in the realm of all sorts of new types of technologies that in the broadcast industry, which is the sector I now work in, having started out in print news, AI is going to change the way that we present our TV programs. It's going to change the way how we film stuff and so on and so forth. What's important through all of this is to try and keep abreast of the new technology, to realize that, and we're discussing here the future of the world, quote unquote, beyond work at the St. Gallen Symposium. How do we reskill our staff, continue to keep our staff up to date with these kind of the skills that they need to navigate this changing landscape? That's crucial for any company and also for the media industry as a whole. You go back to the issue of a free press. That's obviously hugely important. It's one of the most important tenets of our democracies today. And I think what we've seen in the last few years with the whole furore surrounding so-called fake news is that the media and media organisations like the one I thankfully work for today are more relevant than they have ever been, and people go to trusted names in news to try and get their news.